I'm Kerry Tedder from Broadway's A Bronx Tale at the Longacre Theater, and I'll be dancing through my resume. The auditions started for The Times They Are A-Changin'. They said, thank you for coming, and now let's all do a handstand for a minute. And then they made a cut, and then we started to dance. They needed some very specific skills for that show. Twyla Tharp is obviously a visionary, and her show was, as she put it, it existed somewhere between asleep and awake. Memphis is one of the best years of my life. It's so cool to have done the entire sort of Broadway circuit of opening night, doing The View and The Today Show and the Tony Awards, and that was when I first worked with Sergio Trujillo. And Sergio's style is hard-hitting and funky and sly and very much based in Motown, smooth and grounded, weighted, everything having real gravity and swagger. Big Fish, that one stole my heart. Working under someone like Susan Stroman and Andrew Lippa, these are giants. One thing I love about Susan Stroman is that anytime she would approach us with a new idea, she would say, now this may not work, but, and then she'd pitch the idea. And I love when people go in knowing that something has the potential to either stick or fail. And that I think is very healthy artistically. Working under Dennis Jones, who is one of the most patient people I've ever known. The number of things that he was willing to let go of, change, was really admirable to watch. Also, Dennis he really did his research. I mean, if we're dancing Elvi, as we called ourselves, Elvises, he really did his research on how Elvis moved, what Elvis was into, how it was that Elvis wanted to be seen. So he put in things like karate, which a lot of people forget Elvis was into karate. Dames at Sea, Randy Skinner is a living legend. I always say that in terms of that style of choreography, everyone else is emulating it. Randy's actually doing it. It was all about the dancing. Reuniting with Sergio on A Bronx Tale has been, it's just been a thrill. I mean, it's always very exciting to be a part of an original Broadway cast, you know? And it's just it's a thrill. Working with Sergio is always fantastic because he's been in the industry for so long and he really knows the ins and outs of what it means to put up a Broadway show. He's done so many of them that he's one you can really trust.